What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 7 of Thunder Sports Pod with your boy JT Thunder and
The Stash, baby, back at it again. And I just want to say, right before we hop into the topics for the day, I just want to let you guys know, if you haven't, because I was watching before we decided to start this, but you have a new welterweight champion in the UFC, Sean Sugar O'Malley, with a second round stoppage. Congrats to him.
people may think that's a big upset. That's big time. You think his career's only gonna go up from there?
He's going to be the UFC's the new cash cow. Like, they are going to be making so much money off Sean O'Malley. And I think that he's got it in him to keep the belt. He's got that KO power. He just does.
You think he's got that Conor McGregor potential?
I don't know yet. We'll see. Let's see how he does on this title run. Like, let's see how long it continues. Because if he loses the belt next time, like, it's a short title run.
That's facts. Alrighty, so starting off early, we're gonna play a little game. Never done this before, but blind ranking 5 quarterbacks.
Oh gosh.
So here we go, Stash. You ready for this?
Okay.
All right. Where are you ranking Sam Howell of the Washington Commanders, 1 through 5?
Sam Howell. 4.
Okay. Next up, Daniel Jones.
I want to say 2, but I'm gonna say 3.
3.
I'm gonna say
Okay,
3.
okay.
I don't know who you got next.
Ryan Tannehill.
5.
Ooh, you got Tannehill below Sam Howell.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Lamar
Nope.
Jackson is next.
2. I don't know who you got for 1. I know maybe it's better than Lamar.
Hey, I mean, I think your list may have turned out better than you thought. Last person on the list is quarterback for the Chargers, Justin Herbert.
Like that pick. I think I have Herbert higher than Lamar. I think Herbert's got like the potential. Like I think he's got a lot of upside. Lamar, I think Lamar's more spectacular to watch.
We'll talk more about Lamar later in this segment, but I would rather take Lamar personally over Justin Herbert. I think it's close.
Oh.
So your 1 through 5 here is Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Daniel Jones, Sam Howell, and Ryan Tannehill.
I like that list. I think Ryan Tannehill's done. Hear me out. Like, would we really be that shocked if Will Levis starts at some point during this year?
Honestly, yeah. I think Tannehill is the guy in Tennessee. But if you say that next year, I wouldn't be too surprised.
If he's the guy in Tennessee, why do they draft Will Levis?
That's true. I mean, they still got Malik Willis as well, alongside of Will Levis. So, I mean, those two guys will kind of battle out to be the future quarterback for the Titans.
We'll see.
So, moving on. Which year 2 player is poised to break out in the NFL season?
You want 1 player or 2 players?
Just one.
Just one?
Which year 2 player? Which sophomore season player is going to have a breakout season?
So we talked about this in the last podcast a little bit, but you know who I'm going with, man. I talked about him last week. I talked about him last week. He's a dog. He is going to be. I think all cornerbacks should be in fear of this dude in the coming years. Garrett Wilson is the man to be. I think with him and the Rodgers connection, as long as they keep a QB after Rodgers is gone and they decide to keep Garrett Wilson, he's a lock. I think he will be in the conversations with Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams.
That's a bold take. I mean, he's got the abilities and
Jamar
potential
Chase
to do it this year. So we'll see. He's got some big shoes to fill in New York early.
Oh, yeah. I 100% believe in Garrett Wilson. You're the dog, Garrett Wilson. You got this. It's going to be your year.
For sure. He's definitely going to be catching a lot of touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers year 1 with that connection. So my pick may kind of surprise some people, may not, but it's going to be Sky Moore of the Kansas City Chiefs. I think losing some key players on the offensive side of the ball, they've got some young guys in that offensive locker room. So I think that Sky Moore takes a big step in the receiving room this year, and he could possibly be number two behind Travis Kelsey. I really think that he takes a pretty big step this year. May not reach 1,000 yards, but I think he'll have a great campaign, basing off what he did last year.
I like the take. That's a good one.
Sir. All right. What is the best wide receiver 3 in the NFL right now? Or who is, my bad?
So JT, hear me out on this. This guy has not played in the NFL yet. He is a rookie. But I think he's going to make a lot of impact on this team, and he's going to be a big factor for them as a third spot. And their main wide receivers are 1 and 2 are both aging, so I think this guy's a good replacement for them down the road. And I think he will be. I think he'll be kind of a stud in the league. I got JSN as my pick. I think he's going to be great coming out of Ohio State, and I think that it's going to be a big year. I think he'll get a lot of touches.
I could see that. He's a big physical guy. Not the greatest at separation, but he's got spectacular hands, and he could be a great number 3 for Seattle this year with Geno Smith. Kind of trying to continue that success he had last year. For me personally, I think a lot of people will agree with me. I easily think the best wide receiver 3 in the NFL right now is Tyler Boyd.
That's a good pick.
He's been so consistent his whole career. He's been overshadowed by T Higgins, Jamar Chase, even Joe Mixon. He gets more of the shine in the running game than he does in the air. But I think Tyler Boyd, when you think about third down clutch catching, he's always come up in the clutch. He's always been there for Joe Burrow or previous quarterbacks whenever they need it the most. So I think Tyler Boyd is the name to look at and really just think about who is that third guy on a team. Pencil him in right there.
Yeah, I think that's a good take, JT. I think Tyler Boyd's excellent. I think it was a good pick. My pick was more of like someone I think is going to make a big impact this year. Of course, Tyler Boyd makes an impact on that team. Like, we can't forget about Tyler Boyd. But yeah, I do think JSN is going to make a big impact though. We'll see how the comparison. We might have to look at this end of the year or next year and like see who we looking at that number 3 wide receiver position now.
Oh yeah, 100%. So this segment here, I believe you are very interested in NFL jerseys.
Ooh.
Which NFL team has the best color rush jersey and the best throwback jersey? They can be two different teams, whichever one you prefer. What's your favorite color rush, favorite throwback?
So people are gonna know I'm not the biggest Lamar fan, right? But I love like the Ravens aesthetics, the uniforms, everything. They're like blackout jerseys are probably my favorite. Like the blackout color rush, like with the black pants, black shirt, black helmet. Like I just love that. But plus classic, I'm a little biased, but like I love those creamsicle jerseys for the Bucks. I just absolutely love the color scheme, and being a Bucks fan and getting to see those, like I was really upset that we didn't get to see Tom Brady in it. I was hoping I'd get to one game with him in it, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll get to see Mike Evans again in it. I'll get to see Devin White in it, and Rashad White. I'll get to see all these other players in it. I didn't get to the GOAT, but it's okay. I'll take it. But if I had to pick a team that was not the Bucks, I would probably have to go with like I think the '70s Eagles, that light green, with the feathers. Like I love those. So I'd probably go with Philly on that.
For me personally, the throwback jerseys, I agree with you on your last one though. You cannot beat the Kelly Green Eagles. Oh my gosh, bro. They should wear those every game. Those are so they're fire. They're aesthetically pleasing, and you just can't beat them. But the creamsicle ones for Tampa, those are legit, bro. I like those a lot too. But for me, the best color rush jersey, I think it's 1A and 1B. For me, I actually like the Bengals a lot. The white with the black stripes. I think that's cold, really cold with the white helmets too. Looks icy. And then I've got the Miami Dolphins with the green on orange. I think it's pretty cool. looks pretty dope. And honestly, like the color rush jersey itself is so generic and plain for most, like the majority of the teams in the NFL. It's just like their team color, but amplified in the slightest amount. Like it's just like a little bit more bold in the letters or the numbers or whatever, and it's like really weird.
For me, JT, I absolutely hate those. Like, do you remember when they were doing the white color rush jerseys? Those like why? Like
Yeah,
every team has white. Why would you do white? Like do your color. That's fine.
exactly.
And when most teams have enough different colors, you can do that. Like the Rams, I think have a yellow jersey, right? And like they could do yellow on their pants. Like it wouldn't even
Mhm.
like be a big deal. But as long as they're not like, I don't like white out jerseys. I don't like white shirts, white pants. It's just a little annoying for me. But
Yeah,
nah, those Kelly Green, Eagles are just so good.
they're sweet, bro. They're legit. They're nice. Um, so moving on, what is your NFL MVP prediction this upcoming season?
Okay. Um, MVP this year.
Mhm.
So, like, do you want what I want to happen, or do you want what I think will actually happen? Like, those are
Let's
two different.
let's do what actually will happen,
What
in your
actually will
opinion.
happen? My pick for as long as he is healthy this year and his calf isn't destroyed, I got Joe Burrow going in, getting MVP this year. I think that he's an excellent choice. I think he is every year that he has played the game of football, he has gotten better.
Oh yeah, he's
IQ's
improving
gotten
every year.
better, arms gotten better, scrambling, avoiding tackles and sacks has gotten better. I think he is just a great quarterback, and I think this year will push him a little higher. I think this is a year that makes it undeniable that Burrow is ahead of Allen. There'll be no debate after this year.
Have you seen the controversy though that people think that Joe Burrow in the playoffs is not legit? They think that his defense carries him. He's been getting a lot of comparison to Brady in the playoffs, where it's more of not so much him and the individual success, but it's more of like the entirety of the team around him. And I'm like, you can't really dock him for that because it's a team game. Yeah, the quarterback plays a huge part of the team's success on offense, but I mean, ultimately, if you have the greatest quarterback on the planet, but your defense is allowing 50 points a game, you may you may lose more than you win. So
So, do you remember that the Super Bowl where the Eagles played the Patriots a couple years ago and Philly win? Right.
mhm.
Do you know like Tom Brady's stats in that game?
What?
He had like 500 yards passing, like 4 touchdowns, like did everything like basically a quarterback is able to do, and they still lost. Like, what more can you ask out of Tom Brady than throw for 4 touchdowns and 500 yards in a game? Um,
Mhm.
Also, for the people who think that like, oh, he's relying too much on his defense, did Joe Flacco rely too much on not Joe Flacco, whoever the quarterback of the Ravens in the early 2000s was? I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Trent Dilfer.
Thank you. I'm such a casual fan right now because I couldn't think of Trent
Casual.
Dilfer's now. Yeah, I'm definitely casual right now. So, but yeah, like that defense definitely carried. Brad
Mhm.
Johnson, the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the 2002 Super Bowl when they beat the Oakland Raiders. Uh, People hardly remember Brad Johnson. You know
Yeah,
why? Because that defense was so good. Like you
that's
could,
true.
like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's the best argument you can have for this. Like a great defense and a great quarterback playing, like doing well. And
Very true.
you know what that did for him? He got one ring and one loss. So
Yeah,
like, Tom Brady has 7 rings. You want to say he relied on his defense all the time? That's fine. But if Joe Burrow gets 7 rings, he's still got 7 rings.
exactly. It's such a flawed argument. I think people love to hate on him because he's got that cool demeanor under pressure. He doesn't crack. He's got a little bit of, I feel like, confidence, but not over cocky, if that makes sense. So I don't think people like that a whole lot about him.
I just think he knows he's good. That's the
Yeah.
best way to describe it. He knows that he can go out there, he can put up three tutties on you, 300 yards,
What you gonna do about it?
and
Nothing.
nothing. You're doing nothing against it. So yeah, Joe Burrow is my MVP candidate for this year, as long as no injuries or anything. So yeah, Joe Burrow is It's Joe Burrow.
I like it. I'm gonna rebuttal it with a in division player, Lamar Jackson. Simply put, he is gonna be a revamped player this year with OC Todd Monken. He's coming in from Georgia. He's gonna open up Lamar through the air. I mean, getting Zay Flowers, getting Odell, having Mark Andrews back in the building, that's going to be huge for Lamar. I think he has a great year on the ground, but he improves tremendously in the air. So that's my MVP for the year. I think maybe a hot take for some people, but he already has an MVP under his belt, so why not again?
We'll see. I'm not on the hype train on Lamar just yet. We'll see. You have to finish out playing the full year to usually win MVP.
That is true. His health is a liability, but we'll see. Moving on to this year and what he does. All right. So, what is more entertaining to watch? 3-point contest or the dunk contest in the NBA?
I'll be real with you. I haven't watched the dunk contest in a couple of years because now it's rigged and they just give it to who they want to. I haven't really paid that much attention to it since like Aaron Gordon hasn't done it and then the ones I have seen, I'm just like, this is your dunk show? I actually rather see the 3-point contest because I just want to see if somebody makes all of them.
Yeah.
That's the entertaining part for me is just watching to see if anybody can like hit all their threes. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go with the 3-point contest because I don't think you really got any like insane dunks anymore.
I think the creativity of it is lacking a lot from like the last 2 to 3 years of the dunk contest. I'm gonna still go with the dunk contest just for the fact that in the future there could be someone pull out of something out of their bag where it could be pretty cool to watch. But I think a really good dunk is more impressive than a highlight three in my opinion. So I'm still gonna go with the dunk contest just because if they get the right contestants in there, it'll be a highly viewed contest. And the 3-point contest is really cool. I don't think it holds the ground against the dunk contest in my opinion. So guys, we are moving on to the last segment of the day. Who would you rather build your team around? Giannis or the Joker himself, Nikola Jokic?
You're gonna hate my take on this.
I'm gonna go ahead and say mine first.
Okay.
The freak himself. You gotta be kidding, man. You cannot choose the Joker here.
Yo, Joker.
All right, so Giannis has tremendously improved his jump shot over the years. He still is not where he needs to be with it, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna posterize you. He's gonna get the boards all day. He's gonna make the play he's gonna make the right play at the end of the day whenever his team needs it the most. But next season, I'm expecting a very fierce and determined Giannis to show everybody in the league what they're about to experience. So I think Giannis is up. I think Giannis is up for a possible MVP year with the Bucks. He could put on a show again.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. If I get the draft between the two of them, I'm taking the Joker every single time. 999 times out of 999 times.
Man,
The only reason I would change my team around is if I wanted a different play style. If I want,
all right, do you think Jokic would be as dominant on a different team?
Yes, 100%. I think any team that Jokic plays for is a playoff contender.
Same with Giannis easily. Giannis, okay, so Jokic is not as athletic, but he still dominates in overwhelming fashion. He's a great player. He should have been a 3-time MVP this year. But I feel like Giannis at the end of the day, you can't pass on a generational talent like that. If you get him on the right team, he's gonna change the success of your franchise forever. He's gonna be that guy that leads you to the playoffs every year. And he's not gonna let you down. Jokic's body could break down next year, bro.
No, Jokic's got that Dirk kind of like mobility and durability. Like he is absolutely nuts. So So the Pistons last year finished at 17-65. I would bet anything that if Jokic played for the Pistons last year, they make the playoffs. I don't know if they win the championship, right? But I know they make the playoffs with Jokic on the Pistons.
I don't know about that, brother. I mean, let's say it this. I think Giannis and Jokic, they're 1A, 1B. They're the two best players in the world. Do you have anybody else up there?
Best in the world?
I mean,
Right.
in the NBA, yeah.
Right now, can't throw LeBron out. LeBron's still playing, so you can never
Right.
count LeBron out until he retires. You never count LeBron out. KD.
He's not top 2, bro.
He's not top 2.
He's definitely top 8. I mean,
Maybe
his defensive efficiency is just.
maybe Luka. I think Luka still needs to work on some stuff, but like I think Luka has the potential to be like that.
He's top 5 to top 8. He's not top 2. The only person you can really argue, I feel like, is like Curry, and Embiid is top 5, but he's not top 2.
I don't. No offense to Embiid, we've talked about this. I still think Jokic should have got the MVP. Embiid is a very talented player. I've seen him do some incredible stuff, but like Jokic is just so much better. He's
agree.
just so much better.
At the end of the day, let us know in the comments who you've got to start your franchise, Jokic or the Greek Freak. My pick is Giannis. At the end of the day, Stash's pick, we already know who he's picking.
I'm picking
He's got
Jokic.
So guys, this will wrap up
Hold on.
episode 7.
You forgot. I got the trivia tonight.
Oh, we got a little surprise trivia, everybody. We're not wrapping things up. Let's see what the trivia is.
I'm gonna make sure I get all this pulled up for you because this is kind of a crazy stat line. This trivia is not the hardest thing in the world, but it is a little difficult. There's a top 10 I want you to answer, and there's
Okay.
only one guy that I personally, you can call me a casual. The dude's like from the 1960s or something. Never heard of him. He sounds familiar, but like I don't know who he is off the top of my head. Can you tell me the top? I'm gonna only give you the top 5 actually. Top 5. We'll play with the top 10 after, but the top 5 quarterbacks with the most rushing yards in their career.
Michael Vick,
Number 1.
Randall Cunningham,
Number 4.
Justin Fields.
Nope. Justin Fields is not on there.
Okay, we got Lamar.
Lamar is number 5 already, people. Yes, Lamar is number 5 all time.
So I got 1, 5, 4.
1, 4, 5.
Steve Young.
Steve Young is not in the top 5, but that's a very good pick from you because he is
Yeah.
number 6.
Ooh, okay. Shoot. Fran Tarkenton's not up there, is he?
Frank Tarkenton, you know Frank Tarkenton because I did not know who that was, but
Dude.
he
I'm a
is.
Vikings fan.
Oh yeah, he's number 7 on the list.
That's a good pick. All right. Give me a hint.
The other 2 players that you have seen play, one of them is still in the league. The other is not at this moment, but they both played in the 2010s.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton is number 2.
I should have guessed that. Number 3 is
Number 3 is in the
active.
league.
It's not Russ, is it? There's no way it's Russ.
It's Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has 4,966 rushing yards on his career.
There's no way.
He averages almost 30 yards a game.
That's actually crazy.
Yes, Russell Wilson, people, is number 3 on rushing yards, and he could potentially, if he has a great year this year running the ball, he could pass Cam Newton this year.
That's pretty wild.
If he could play one more year, and play very well rushing, he could pass Vic. He is basically 1,000 yards away from passing Michael Vick rushing.
He's got the wheels.
He needs it. I would love for actually Russell Wilson to get that because that would be so nuts for him to get. Because people think of him as such a mobile quarterback, but like not that mobile quarterback.
Oh yeah, exactly.
We're gonna finish this top 10 because I want the viewers to know.
Okay.
So, in ascending order, you did guess the 5. It's
Yeah.
Michael Vick at number 1, Cam Newton number 2, Russell Wilson number 3, Randall Cunningham number 4, Lamar Jackson number 5. We got Steve Young, which was a great pick because I think people forget about that.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Young was a fantastic rushing quarterback.
It was.
He was kind of like one of the first ones, really. Number 6, Fran Tarkenton. That was great of you. I was shocked you got that. Like just because I didn't think about the Vikings whole thing. I was just thinking. 7. Steve McNair is number 8.
Okay.
I'm going to skip number 9 to start and tell you number 10 because number 9 is crazy too. 9 is almost as crazy as number 3. Number 10 is Donovan McNabb.
Ooh, I never would have guessed that.
11 is John Elway actually.
Okay.
But number 9, I'm going to give you one hint. That's all I'm going to give you on this, and we'll see if you can guess it just for the fun of it. He is still in the league today. That is the one hint I can give you.
Still in the league today. Number
It is,
9.
and it's crazy to think about.
Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is correct. Aaron Rodgers has 3,466 rushing yards on the career.
That's correct. I was trying to think of old quarterbacks that were semi-mobile. I was like, what?
You did it. You ran the gauntlet. You did it. You answered everyone correctly.
Run it up.
Congratulations.
For the trivia.
You get a free ice cream from McDonald's.
Yes, sir. Oh gosh! All right, everybody. Hope you have enjoyed this episode 7 of the podcast with JT Thunder and
The Stash, baby. We peace out.
Go ahead and check out the TikTok. So
Always.
It is the same handle, Thunder Sports Pod. So we'll go ahead and sign out here. Hope you all have a good one.
Peace.